Do you guys want to know what my favorite thing to do in Gran Turismo is right now? It's making cars go really fast in reverse. Now, you maybe think to yourself, how the hell you do that? Because if I go into manual adjustment on my gearbox, there's obviously no reverse gear that I can just stretch out the length. So, how are you going 186 miles an hour in reverse exactly? Well, I'm finally going to show you how to do that. Let's pull out this very convenient SLR McLaren. Now, here are some things that you need to know. Number one, I don't know how to determine which car is going to be the fastest in reverse. I think it has to do with the number of gears the car has. So, the fewer gears the car has, the faster it seems to go in reverse in most cases. Another thing I believe is the over rev. For example, like, you know, when you're driving the car and when the little LED bar flashes blue, that means you shift. Cars that can keep going after that seem to go a little bit quicker in reverse than ones that have that red line there. So, I don't know. Anyways, let's get in this really convenient SLR McLaren, because guess what? It's a 5-speed and it has 850 horsepower. It also doesn't have a gearbox on it. Wow, look at how convenient that is. Not planned at all. Fully customizable gearbox. Doesn't matter if it's manual or racing. This is paddle shift, so I'm going to do racing. Top speed right now doesn't matter. Just make sure it is not the lowest value, okay? So, lowest value here would be 250. Make sure it's not 250. Then what you do is you go into manual adjustment and you go straight to the final drive. You put this to the maximum. On this car, it is 5. And then what you do is go back to top speed and you set it to the maximum, which on this car is 800. Now you go into manual adjustment again and you go to the final drive again, and then you put it to the minimum, which is 2, which means that we go 1,731 kilometers an hour in our 5-speed gearbox. Now there's a couple ways that you can set this up. I'm going to show you the method that I prefer for cars like this, which is called the step method. So we're going to put first gear at like 100 miles an hour. That seems or 100 kilometers an hour. That seems reasonable, right? 62 miles an hour. Boom. 100. Next gear, we're going to go at even gaps of speeds. So we're going to go 150 Ks. And then the next gear is going to be 200, and then the gear after that's going to be 250, and then the gear after that's going to be 300. So it's gaps of 50 Ks per gear. Obviously this isn't going to be very good. You need to like know what track you're driving it on and fine-tune the gaps and stuff. But this particular method of tuning the gearbox right now is what I call the step method, because you'll see here once I'm done tuning it, you'll see that the graph forms steps. And I'll show you what that looks like when you're driving the car. Basically, every gear change, the revs get higher after you shift the red line, if that makes sense. So as you can see, it kind of like makes this almost exponential-like curve, you know? It's stepped. So now it should drive okay going forwards and very fast in reverse. So watch this and listen to the revs. Obviously it's geared like way too short, right? But as you can see, our blue line is flashing and I'm stepping on the throttle and I'm still gaining a lot of speed. So that means we got a little bit of over rev on this. But if I slow down to a complete stop, you'll see that our first gear is long. Goes to 62. So as you can see, every shift the revs go higher after you shift. Third to fourth it was below 7,000, fourth to fifth it was above 7,000. So now what we're going to do is we're going to build up a tiny bit of speed, a controllable amount of speed. We're going to rip the handbrake and we're going to put this bitch in reverse. Which you can only do like that if you have an H-pattern gearbox. Now we're just going to floor it. As you can see, we're going 40 miles an hour in reverse and we're below 2,000 RPM. Now we're going 80, now we're going 90, now we're going 100, now we're going 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190. It's officially my new fastest, this car. 200. 210. This is the fastest I've gone in reverse. 215, 216, 217, 218. It's getting kind of wobbly. 219. I think 219, 220 is about where it's going to end up, because it's very wobbly now. So yeah, there you go. Oh, now it's very wobbly. It's actually faster in reverse than it is going forward. Did you see that fucking J-turn? That J-turn was epic, by the way. Not to flex, but goddamn, that was awesome. Let's watch the replay on that J-turn. Holy shit, that was lit. 220 miles an hour J-turn, guys. Holy guacamole, watch this drive. Oh my god. George Bush does not know what a drive is, okay? He needs to see this video. Hold on to your loads, fellas, because you're about to lose them. Holy shit, that was awesome. Dude, just fucking flip the wheel. Bam, straight. Oh my fucking god. You cannot tell me that that was not awesome. Now, you may have noticed another positive with this style of gearbox is how tunable each gear is. So right now, I want you to pay attention to the maximum and minimum value for first gear on this gearbox. 81 miles an hour roughly is the, or kilometers an hour is roughly the minimum speed maximum gear ratio, and it goes all the way to 150 Ks. So 80 to 150 Ks, that's what? 70 kilometers an hour? You know what, I forgot to, well, I'll show you this afterwards, but I'll show you how fast the SLR goes in reverse normally. Okay, I don't care. Like 200, a lot of miles an hour. It's very fast. It's Bugatti. What did you expect? Reverse gear. Remember, this is a 7-speed rather than a 5-speed. Let's see how fast we can go. 125 miles an hour is still pretty fucking fast for reverse, but it's not as fast as 220. Now to compare, let's see how fast the SLR goes with a stock gearbox. This is the stock gearbox, and I'll just show you one that I plug in and don't tune at all. Okay, here we go. Reverse. Stock gearbox, by the way. Only 60 something miles an hour, 65 miles an hour. That's a stock gearbox. Now let's put a racing gearbox in and let's not tune it at all and see what happens. Now, we got wheel spin there, which isn't a good sign. And it's a tiny bit quicker with the racing gearbox, but it's not going 220 miles an hour. So there you go. That's how you make your car go really fast in reverse and make it still work going forwards even when you have it go fast in reverse. Yes, you can do both. How cool is that? I mean, I think it's super cool that you can do this kind of thing with this super awkward exploit that nobody ever thought of. At least I don't think so. At least I think I'm the first person to do high reverse speeds like this. I know that there have been like physics exploits and stuff, but no, this is just straight up gearbox tuning, and I don't know if anybody else has done that yet, but there it is. So yeah, have fun with it, check it out. Comment your fastest speed, comment your fastest car and how fast that car went. My fastest right now is definitely this SLR, 220 miles an hour in reverse. How crazy is that, guys? Alright, see ya.